All right, here's a quick look at the solar pool ionizer. Several companies that make these devices, and I've always wanted to try one of these. So this is pretty much what you get in the box, and I was kind of laughing at the instructions where it just says, assembly is simple, once assembled, and then it never tells you actually how to assemble it. So it's easy enough to figure out. This is the copper anode, and it screws down into here. This is threaded on both sides, and you'll see why in a minute. So this just quickly thread this on. You do have to push the spring down to sort of do this and tighten that on. All right, so that's now connected, and then this cover goes over, and they give you two of these little plastic wing nut screws to hold this cover on. And you just want to tighten that down enough to hold this steady. And that is the end of the assembly process. So other than that, this thing should go to work once it is put in the pool, and it gets some solar power here. And they do also include a cleaning tool. This will get gunk appearing on that anode, so you will need to basically undo what we just did. Take this copper anode out of there and brush off any corrosion to keep this device working well. And this part is sacrificial, so at some point you will need to replace it. I do not know if this company provides replacement anodes. There are other manufacturers like Remington that do. I do not know if theirs will fit this unit. They also include copper test strips, because basically what you're doing is you're adding copper to your pool slowly through this process. And copper is a known algicide. And most algicides, a lot of algicides that you purchase, you are putting some form of copper in your water. So this is just another way of doing that. So you do need to be careful. You can overdo it with copper, and they even talk about that copper can cause stains. I have had that experience firsthand. You see purple stains, especially in the presence of cyanuric acid, right, which is stabilizer. So you do need to be careful with what you have in your pool, or else this could end up causing more harm than good. If you have a bunch of stabilizer in your pool, or if you already have a bunch of algicides with copper in your pool, adding more copper might not be the way to go. So I'm planning on putting it in the water and trying it out for a couple weeks, test my levels, see if I see any difference, and I'll report back. All right, thanks.
Comes with a nice beefy bar. That's about 1 inch in diameter by 4.4. Little brush to scrub, but you can use your fingers just to rub it. It usually cleans it fine. You get two of these because you can't use metal. Little basket that goes around the anode cathode arrangement. The screws down in here. And my only complaint about this unit is there is absolutely no place to tether, so it's going to head straight towards the skimmer unless you can figure out a way to tie it on to something. Hard to tie it on to here with the basket around it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this yet.
So I cleaned this yesterday, and it's supposed to be copper color. You can see the top has a little bit left, but I cleaned it yesterday. And when it's just copper, you can see brown water kind of dropping off of it, but when it has this on it, only clear water drops off of it. You have to clean it too often.
Ready?